So student government really tries to advocate for the students at every level of the university. We regularly interface with both the Board of Trustees that the student body president sits on, but we also regularly meet with Chancellor and the Provost and their offices and departments underneath them. We regularly advocate with university departments such as Wellness and Recreation, the Counseling Center, but also our campus community centers for the GLBT Center, MSA, Multicultural Student Affairs, African American Cultural Center, and the Women's Center. We try to work very closely with those departments and community centers on campus to make sure that we're actively representing the student concerns and proactively representing them to the Board of Trustees and university leadership. So my role in student government is I am the primary advocate for the students to the Board of Trustees, which is ultimately one of our larger decision-making bodies here on the university that has oversight on pretty much every facet of student life here on campus. I think the primary thing I enjoy about the role as student body president is just the relationships and the connections that you get to make with not only campus partners and university administration, but genuinely the students. That's one of the main reasons why I pursued the role while I got involved in student government was I appreciated and really enjoyed just getting to sit and talk with students and learn about their experience here at NC State.
So I mainly serve more internally in student government. So I work with the 8 departments that we have within the executive branch. I work with those directors one-on-one and help them complete the initiatives that Mackenzie and I had in our executive platform, as well as the initiatives that their department wants to complete. So like Mackenzie mentioned, we oversee all those initiatives in those departments. I am the direct connection between the two of them, and I help connect them with proper university administration as well. I'm a big people person. I really like to talk to people. I've always liked to talk to people, and since I was a freshman on campus, I like to be involved in as many things as possible just to meet people and see their experience that they've had on campus. So I think the thing I really love about being student body vice president is that I get to meet not only more students and hear the concerns and experiences that they've had on campus, but I also get to see the administration on campus, and I get to meet them at a more personal level and see who the people are that really make change happen on campus, whether that be students or faculty.
Yeah, so the Student Senate President is the elected leader of the legislative branch. So within that, there is my office, as well as the Student Senate. And so basically, we serve as the legislative body for student government. We write all the legislation and do all the oversight. All the fees that you pay for are actually reviewed by students before you have to pay them. So every year we have between 5 and 7 pieces of legislation about those individual fees. We also do appropriations. So the Treasury takes care of the front end of the process, but we do the approval and oversight of that process. And so that's giving out money to student organizations.
So I serve as student body treasurer for student government. So I serve as the chief financial officer of the student body and for student government. So that means I manage all of our internal money and funding. So student government gets all of our money from student fee money. So every student pays a fee to student government, and we bring that in to our balance sheet and I manage it, making sure we maintain high fiscal responsibility with it, making sure we spend it correctly and according to the student body budget that is passed every year by the Senate. And then I also manage the student government appropriations process. So every semester we allocate about $100,000 out to student organizations. Like everyone else has mentioned, I love meeting students. That is my favorite thing about this job. I also love learning more about student organizations on campus. We have over 600 active student organizations on campus, and that is a really high number because we have so many diverse interests from our student body. So I love learning about every single one of them.
So there are multiple ways to get involved in student government, and I highly encourage students to get involved in student government. Even if you're not a political science major or in CHAS, it has a lot of great transferable skills across all of the majors. Within the executive branch, we do have a lot of departments that you can join that are based on specific interests. So we have some like government affairs, wellness, diversity outreach. So if you're if you have an area that you're passionate about, we definitely have some place you can join in the executive branch. We also have opportunities to join the Student Senate and our legislative branch. They are the official voice of the student body because they are elected by all the students. So highly encourage you to pursue that route because that is one of the most impactful ways to make change on campus because our administration actually listens to our Student Senate.
I want students to know that we're here for them and we want them to be able to voice every concern they have, and want them to know that we think it's valid and that any opinion they have is valid and that we'll do our best to make sure it's addressed as best as possible. The university is very receptive to our feedback and we want to be the outlet for students to bring their feedback to us and then we can bring that forward to administration.